classical theory for gravitation, and then Einstein worked on the relativity or relativistic theory of gravitation, and the general theory of relativity is the more correct, more updated theory for gravitation. So again, understanding what exactly Newton did and understanding exactly where the science was and then bringing it to the next level is what some of these people are doing. The ancient Egyptians are heavily underrated in science. They figured out many medical procedures as well as physics, which they used to move the 5-ton stones for pyramids. Very underrated, I'm sure. The problem with the ancient Egyptians and a lot of the ancient other cultures too, like I'm from India, it has an ancient history, ancient India, ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, all these ancient times. The difficulty is that this was so long ago that it's difficult to kind of know exactly what was done when and by whom. Again, documentation is probably the biggest challenge there. Some things were documented, but some things were not. And so in science, really a big part of doing science and doing experiments and doing physics and math or anything researchy is to do it, but then also to document it. If you don't document it, if you don't give good talks on it and explain to people what you've done, if you don't write it down and publish papers, this is why in academia we say publish or perish, because if you don't publish, if you don't have the documentation like these ancient Egyptians, and not only documentation, I mean, there could be documentation that I just don't know about. So it's really a limitation of the documentation, distribution, and to some extent, education. So if I don't know enough about the ancient Egyptians, it could be that I'm just not educated in ancient Egypt. And so it's a limitation of education, as well as a limitation of documentation. So those things, that's why science education, documentation, publishing, those are all so very important. Otherwise it didn't happen, you know, except for those giants. I thought aliens built the pyramids. So anyway, thank you for that question. That led us to kind of discussing a number of scientists, but they're still trying to figure it all out. I'm still waiting on Stonehenge. Oh my gosh, I've been to the Stonehenge, not super close, but yes, Ayurveda, yeah, Vedic medicine and things like that. Yep. The ancient Indian civilization was also very influential with medicine. I believe they also played a role in some, yes, a lot of mathematical principles, a lot of the medical medicine, Ayurveda, Vedic, you know, sort of cures for different things, medicinally, are things that are from ancient India for sure. So ancient India, you know, all these ancient civilizations gave us a lot of things that maybe some of it is lost at this point because of the transmission of information and yes, mental health and meditation. There you go. Lots of that. No touching the blue rock. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hello again to everybody. Raikudo, Wade, Boyo, Doro, Nathan, everybody, thank you so much for being here and getting this discussion going. Thank you for all the good questions and comments. Really appreciate everybody for being here, and welcome to the live. And we will get started with the arrow of time. And if you have more comments, then feel free to write them. I'm enjoying reading them and talking about it. But yeah, so that's sort of what we do here. We discuss, we, you know, read your comments. If there is comments, especially about the topics or related, then we spend some time on it. Sometimes we spend the whole live discussing one question that somebody in the audience asked. So that can happen too. We are talking today about the arrow of time. Is this the beginning of the book? No. So we are talking about time, specifically the arrow of time. Yes! So we are actually towards the end of the book, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. And the chapter we're on is called The Arrow of Time, The Pillars of